Hi. In today's session, we'll discuss about how do we perform a CO extension and change the where clause of a standard OAF page at runtime. Okay. So the standard page which you will be choosing is an I expense page. Okay. So first of all, let me navigate back to the standard page and let me show you where exactly you'd like to perform the extension. So I just logged into my application. Now here I'll navigate to the responsibility I expenses. In this, I just click on I expenses responsibility. It opened the function I expenses home. Click on this particular OAF page. So once it opens the standard OAF page, click on create expense report. So in this page, we would like to perform the CO extension to change the where clause of this approver query at runtime. So the requirement is we'd like to change the approver list of approvers based on the department. That's what we'd like to achieve it. Okay. So now let us see what are steps involved in performing this particular CO extension and achieving the desired requirement. Yeah, so now let us understand the steps involved in performing the CO extension, and later on we'll see how do we change the where clause of this approver query based on this particular LOV event. Okay, so now so the first basic thing is for a developer is to perform CO extension, we have to identify the page path. So what you do is make sure that you enable the profile value, the diagnostics profile value, so that you can see the about this page hyperlink on your page. So click on about this page. Now find out the page path. Now this is our page. So copy the page path here. Okay. And now we'd like to find out the CO, the existing CO of this particular page so that we can extend the CO. So here we can find out here, just scroll down, click on expand all. Now this is the CO, entry flow page CO. This is the main CO of this particular page, CO name. So, but there is no guarantee this particular CO file will be available in this web UI. So, but if you want to find out exactly whether this particular, like what is a path of this particular entry flow page CO, what we can do is the very easiest way is always try to get the XML file of this one. GADR utils print document, mention the page path. So you'll get the XML path, XML content of this particular page. So yeah, let's download this one, copy, and now just paste here, and I'll just save the file here, .xml. So now here just scroll up, and here find out the page layout, and here find out the path of this particular CO. Copy this particular path. Okay. Now the CO path is, the total CO path is this one. Oracle Apps, AP, OIE, Entry, Web UI, Entry, Flow Page CO. If you observe here after OIE, I have Entry, and then I have Header, and then Web UI, and then PG. But here Oracle followed a different path. So this is what happens generally. Like we, as a developer, we always try to find out this particular file in this particular folder, but you may not that may not be available. So always what you do is get the XML and find out the path. Now we got the CO path of this particular page. So the next thing is make sure that, so the next thing is get the standard, get the CO file from server and copy to the local machine. In the JDeveloper my classes directory. So now we'll go to WinSCP, open the WinSCP, and in the meanwhile we'll also open our JDeveloper. So I'll just open WinSCP, and the JDeveloper, the my classes folder in my system for this particular JDeveloper, what I have done is I have set to a folder here. Let me show that. JDev, see there, my classes. So this is a folder. So open my classes here, and here also open left side, open my classes, and right side open the Java top apps common Java classes, and now Oracle Apps AP, Oracle Apps AP, OIE Entry Web UI, OIE Entry Web UI. So this is a place where we have the file, and here also left side Oracle. So I already copied this one. That's the reason you could see the standard file. If it is not available, you have to perform the copy. OIE Entry Apps, OIE Entry Web UI. Yep, perfect. So the Java class, nothing but the CO, The standard CO class is available in my classes folder. Okay, that's the first step involved in CO extension. And now what is the next step is, let us create a new CO file based on the existing CO file. So now what we do is, the new CO file and the new package path, let us understand the naming convention here. So I'll just mention the new CO file like this, ex1 like this, and the package path, what I will do is I'll follow the same existing package path with a prefix by like this, iexpense like this. Okay, and this is my package path. Now create a new Java file. Okay, so go to JDeveloper now. Okay, create the project. I already have a project, so I'll just go with the existing project, click on new, and here click on general Java class. Okay, now mention the name of your class file. This is my name. Mention the package path. So this is the package path I would like to follow. Copy this one. And what exactly it will extend? It will extend the seeded CO. So mention the total information here. That's it. Okay, right? Now observe here, as of now there is no content here. It by default generates a constructor. We'll just delete this, not required. So here if you observe, as of now there is no code inside it. So we have to manually write everything now. Okay, so if you don't remember, generally like it's very difficult for us to remember, right? So what we can do is you can try to copy from the existing file. So I'll just copy from my existing content, that the super dot methods, right? The super methods I'll just copy from my existing CO. So here this is my super dot process request method. In the same way, I'll copy my super dot process form request method also like this. Now I have my CO, the custom CO. Now, so far what we have done is we have just found what is the CO file of the existing page. And the next step is, what is the event? Nothing but like here, what we have to do is, first of all, we have to handle this particular event, and then we have to get the VIVO of this particular LOV, and then based on that we have to do it, right? So now the first thing is, so find out what is the LOV ID of this one. So there are many ways of doing it. Okay, now what you can do is, so open the page here and find out whether you can find out that information or not. So here if you observe, I have name, right? Name, just search with the text input name field here, stack layout, message text input. Can you see anything here? So if you find difficult in finding out the information from here, what you can do is, the easiest part is, so just now we have copied this particular file, right? The seeded file. So where is our XML file? Yep, here. So this is my seeded file, right? So what you can do is simply copy this file and just paste in your existing package structure, xxiep Oracle apps. This is only for the purpose of developer purpose. You cannot run the page, you cannot run the standard page from the JDeveloper, but it's just to have a proper visualization, because from the editor, from the notepad, it is very difficult to visualize which component it is there, whether it is there or not, whether it is using any shared region. It's very difficult. So what you do is just copy like this, and now in the xxiep here, just you can observe that, yeah, this is standard page. Now here if you observe, this is the general information. You have a text input component, and after that you have a pop-up component, then you have a message text input component, cost center, it says text input component, currency, but you don't find any of the LOV input component. Okay, so this is a quite a different way which Oracle would have done it. So we'll see how do we handle that. And also for the approver purpose, if you observe, this is the approver ID. If you observe here, approver prompt, right? So this approver one, just observe here which LOV it is using, which LOV attribute it is using, because we have to find out the VIVO, right? We just need to find out what is the VIVO which is used by that particular approver. So first of all, what we do is, so far initially we just try to handle the LOV event. So we don't know what is LOV name, because I could not find any information of LOV here. It is quite different way Oracle has implemented this LOV, so we don't have any clue on that. So the easiest way what we can do is, so I'll just write my diagnostics here, right? Diagnostics. Okay. Okay, statement level. Now here, even name is str is equal to page context. get parameter, just mention the event name. Okay, this first thing. And other way what we can do is, if you observe here, right click on this one and click on view source. Okay, now just find out this information. So here we have department LOV, right? Just search for department, and do you see any information here? So script, no wrap, ID. So it says the ID like KFF segment 2 switcher, something like this, right? So, and also it says div ID, personalize the switcher region. So just try this one, personalize switcher region here. And here, so we don't have any information which field, there is no LOV, right? So it is quite different way it as Oracle has implemented. Right? So now here if you observe, if you go on, so 740, right? Just search for 740. Yeah, so yep, now we got this information. Can you see it? Now I just have I tried with the value here, and like it says this event size, autocomplete of type text and something like that. Then it mentioned LOV input, VTF something, and followed by a ID here. Copy this ID. This is the ID of my LOV. Okay, this is one of the clue which I got it. So what I can do is I can try to find out LOV value is equal to page context dot get parameter. So from this I can find out LOV value. And also let us say if you want to find out whether this LOV is clicked or not, what we can do, we can try to write this logic, get LOV input source ID. From here I can find out whether this LOV is clicked or not. So now for all these things, always have a diagnostic. That's the only way we can try to have our debug information. Page context dot write diagnostics. I can try to copy here, right? Event name. Okay. And LOV value, LOV source ID. Okay, so far what we have written is we could find out what is the value and what is the source ID also we could find out. The next thing is how do we change the where clause of the existing LOV. So the first basic thing is the LOV, the approver LOV which is there here, it is using a they have done using extension like a shared region extension. They extended the shared region. Now this particular LOV ID is based on this extension, nothing but they extended a shared region, and this Vivo is available in another AM. If you observe here, they mentioned a different AM. So the problem is to find out the existing Vivo instance, we have to get the AM instance and then find out the Vivo instance, and then we have to change the where clause. Okay, so we have to write a proper logic to get that all information. Now let us write that logic. Okay, so now let us find out the Vivo of this particular shared region. So what we can do is just try to search for approver, and this message allow input approver, it is extending a region, and the prompt is this one, and this is the one. Next information what you have, message allow input external list of value. Yeah, so this is a region, right? So just copy this one and get the XML content. So refresh here, get the XML content here. Okay, sorry. Okay, now you just observe this. In this LOV generally you'll have a table region, right? Just find out what is a Vivo. So the Vivo name is approver Vivo. Okay, so but how do you know the path of that, right? That's again a bigger problem. So just search here, you have an AM here, and the AM of the LOV, the approver LOV is this one, and the Vivo of this one is approvers Vivo. Okay, so we got this information. So make sure that these files are available in our local machine, nothing but my classes. So we already copied here initially. I mean, I just copied the total path so that I have everything in my local machine. So the next thing is write a logic in your CO such a way that try to find out the AM instance. So now I've written a logic here which will get the list of AMs, which are I'll get the list of AMs at runtime for my page. So now here I just got the information like this: get root application module, get list of application module. So from this one I can easily find out the list of AMs which are currently assigned by the server to my page. Okay, so as of now let's compile this one, okay, and move the file to the server. Classes here, and here left side refresh. So copy this one here. Yeah, so now as of now we have designed our Java logic and compile the file, and now perform the personalization so that like the seeded control will get extended. Click on personalize page. Now here click on personalize on the page layout level. So here on the page layout level, I'll go with site level as of now. If at all, if you have a responsibility specific logic, we just need to implement accordingly. So but time being, I'll just go with this path. So this is my total path of the new CO stuff. So copy this total path. Okay, so this is my file, this is my path, and click on apply. So return to application, and the best thing is to have the proper debugging information for a developer. Just enable the diagnostics. Click on diagnostics. Click on show log on screen, click on statement level, and click on go. Now again we have to click on the expenses because it doesn't show the current page, so always it goes to some standard home page, something like that. So I just need to navigate to my expenses page again. Click on expenses, click on create expenses report. Now just perform an LOV event here. Let us, I'll just change the department information from 740 to 120. It should be, yeah, 120. Now try to find out the information which we have written in our diagnostics. So in the diagnostics I have written this logic, right? So just search that information whether you got the information or not, right? So yeah, here it is there. Now we got this information, right? So the event name is LOV validate, and we got the value, and the LOV input source side is this one. Perfect. And also if you observe from the method which we have written, which is generating, there are 10 AMs which are currently working on nothing but there are 10 AMs which are currently available in this particular page. So there are a lot number of shared regions generally when standard pages will be used. Okay, so in this one just find out where is our approver AM. So if you see here the index 9, at index 9 we have our approver AM. So this is what we have to find out, nothing but we got to know the index of the approver AM is index 9. So if you start with 0, then index is 9, nothing but the 10th one. Okay, so nothing but there are 11 AMs which are there in this page. The 10th AM is the one for which we require the instance so that we can change the approver VIVO query. Because if you have a VIVO which belongs to another AM, you cannot change the where clause of that. You have to get the instance of that AM, then find out your VIVO instance, and then change the where clause. That's how we have to do it. So now we got a little bit information, and the next thing is, so just click on this LOV here. Yeah, not required as of now. Anyways, yeah. So we got to know that's a 10th index, 9th index, 10th one. So what I will do is we need to write the remaining logic. I'll just save this file with a new file name because I don't want to bounce the server right now. So I'll just change the file name like this. Now write the remaining logic. Okay. So this is a logic which we have to write. The basic thing is, first of all, if at all if the index 9 is not null, and get the approver AM IMPL and assign this instance of approver AM based on our index. So here, if you see here, I just assign the nested array 9 index to this one here, this one. Find application module nested array of 9. So now by this approver, I will get the instance of approver AM IMPL, and then what I have to do, I have to get the instance of approver VIVO, and then I need to just append one more where clause. I just like to append the where clause here. So here let us say I would like to hard code that every time it has to show only the person ID 25. I don't want to show any other approval list. I just always want to show person ID as I just want to show that only one particular person in that particular LOV. So based on the business requirement, we can append, we can change the where clause here. But as of now, in my case, I just hard coded with the person ID 25. Okay. Now rebuild here. So what I have to do? I have to move the latest file here. copy. Now go back to the page, click on personalize here. So if you observe here, before doing that, let us say if you just click on approval here, it will show lot number of lists. I mean nothing but it will show all the list of employees who are available in your system. So let me perform the transaction again. It seems it got restricted with some issue. Create expense report. Okay. Mm, 1 minute. So it seems some issue here. Let me navigate back. Sorry, now it got open. It seems server got slow. Because when you enable diagnosis, generally it becomes slow. Click on I expenses home again. Click on create expense report. Yeah, so now click on this LOV. Yeah, click on go. Okay, so as of now it is showing all the list, right? So but what we do is, if you as per our new logic, we'll be showing only the person with the person ID 25. Okay, only one record will get shown. Let's see that. Click on personalize. Okay, so our file name got changed here, right? So I'll just change it to 2. Click on apply. Click on return to. Now let us say I'll just mention the ID as 120. Now try to see this one. It will show only one record. Okay. So this is how we can change the LOV query of the standard page at runtime. So of course, like it all depends upon your business requirement, how do you want to achieve it. Okay. Thank you.